I would have to say the emotions. Everyone is approaching this pandemic through a different lens, and you have to respect their thought process. Some people or their families have higher risk health issues that we need to be aware of, especially when it comes to their having to return back to work. As someone with cancer, I can appreciate that. However, I have a tendency to be a little bit more risk tolerant, and I have a tendency to forget that. So being able to navigate and truly getting at the heart of what our employees' true concerns are has required a lot more patience, which quite frankly is not my strongest suit. I will say that it has been a benefit in some ways. I have had an opportunity during this slower time to get to know my employees a little bit more, to ask more questions, to get to know about their families a little bit more. And that, I would have to say, is one of the benefits of the pandemic, if we can find any sort of good out of this very difficult situation we're all in. Much more frequent communication for our remote workers. We have several team members that are on contract that are at different sites. Some of them are single employees on these contracts, and so they don't have the camaraderie that they would have on a larger contract. This isolation is getting to people, and it's evident in more recent conversations. I find that I have to be much more in tune with how people are feeling and getting at the true heart of the issues. So it has been different. Being empathetic is not one of my strongest leadership traits, so I find myself often taking a step back and trying to get a clearer picture of all the environmental factors that come with how people respond. And this just isn't the pandemic. We're in the middle of an election year, a very tumultuous election year. We've got racial issues, we've got economic issues. So it's a difficult time for our nation, and it's a difficult time for all of our team members here at GCubed. And talking to them more, talking about issues more has been one area where I have truly changed in my leadership style. Right now, patience, flexibility, and knowledge is critical. There is a lot of information, misinformation, rumor, conjecture, and having to go through and pick out the salient points that are going to affect our team members, affect our corporate office, affect the way we operate. Especially here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, we have different laws coming out between the Department of Labor and also the Virginia Department of Labor. And so we have to parse out what rules we have to follow. We're on federal facilities, yet we are within the Commonwealth of Virginia. So being knowledgeable, following up, getting all of the alerts is critical, and having the patience and flexibility to take the time to talk to your employees to make sure that they're okay, because this is hard and the isolation is getting to everyone.